Jimmy Abbott or Dayville Police Chief Jonathan Floyd. The way this came about on May 24th, Ms. Davis was reported missing to Elliott City Police Department. During the investigation, it was determined that she was last seen and heard from on May 17th in the area of Dayville. At that point, we began a joint investigation with Elliott City Police Department, Dayville Police Department, and Tallapoosa County Sheriff's Department, and we also involved the State Bureau of Investigations. On the 29th, her vehicle was located in a wooded area off North Loop in Dayville, and at that point, the vehicle was secured, processed, and we had other plans to continue the investigation on the missing person part this date, but at that point, the missing persons is basically turned into a homicide investigation. With the homicide investigation, any questions, and Sheriff Abbott is going to actually comment on those.
Thank you, Chief. Hey, again, condolences and prayers to the family of Ms. Davis. Today, with the assistance of Dayville Police Department, it's been a joint investigation, as Jay had told you, with SBI and other agencies working around the clock. These guys behind you here working around the clock since she became missing. And this morning at about 7:45, she was found in a wooded area. Her remains were found in a wooded area off of Heron Street in Dayville, which is in the city limits of Dayville there. And from there, she was transported to the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences for an autopsy to determine the cause of death. At approximately 11 a.m. this morning, Robert Lee Young, age 55, at 243, address 243 Astor Street in Dayville, was arrested and has been charged with murder at this time and pending the bond hearing on the charges. And there could be additional charges. Like I said, the investigation is very fluid, and we're not complete with the investigation by no means, and that's basically that what we have from the Sheriff's Department. As you can see, a joint effort with everybody, with the state, city, and the county working together, successful ending to be able to arrest this individual. Jonathan.
My name is Jonathan Floyd, and I'm Police Chief, City of Dayville. As the Sheriff and Chief Turner have said, this is a joint investigation. It originated with Alexander City Police Department, and when they had received a tip that Ms. Davis had possibly been seen in Dayville, obviously at that point they contact us, and we're involved as well, attempting to locate her. As this investigation just kind of grew and kind of morphed, the Sheriff's Department is involved, and when it was determined that, hey, there's a possible link here to Dayville, with this investigation already going, it's already fluid. We're not reinventing the wheel, so therefore, we did not take over the lead in this investigation, because with the work that's already been done, with the cooperation we have in Tallapoosa County with our law enforcement agencies, it's all one investigation anyway. And so we agreed that we're going to continue in a support role. And so I want to commend the investigators with Dayville Police Department, Alexander City Police Department, Tallapoosa County Narcotics Task Force, Tallapoosa County Sheriffs, SBI. There have been a lot of hours, a lot of hard work, a lot of very short sleep nights that have went into this. And so the investigation is not over. This is just the completion of one phase. And we have to be very meticulous in what we do, especially from this point forward, in order that we ensure that Ms. Davis receives the justice that she deserves when it does come time for trial. That's all I have.
Any questions?
Do you know the relationship between the victim and suspect?
A dating relationship.
They were in a dating relationship?
Yes.
How long have they been dating? Do you know?
Do not have that information.
What kind of evidence led you to making this arrest, sir?
We can't get into all that as far as it's still ongoing. It's very fluid. We're waiting for lab reports, anything that we can receive that will supplement the investigation.
Do you have any type of preliminary cause of death?
Do not.
When was Mr. Young taken into custody?
At 11 a.m. this morning,
And where is he being held now?
Tallapoosa County Jail, pending a bond hearing.
Where did you locate Mr. Young?
We located him in Dable.
In Dadeville. Any idea, so you located her vehicle yesterday. Is that what led you to recovering her remains? Were there clues there that led you to that, or did you get some other information?
We received other information.
And how far abouts were her vehicle from where her remains were found?
Probably 3 to 5 miles.
Do you have any idea yet as to how her vehicle would have ended up so far away from where her remains were found?
We're still conducting interviews and investigation on that part.
Had anything been done allegedly to conceal her remains?
We can't get into that.
Has Mr. Young cooperated with investigators and done an interview, or did he immediately ask for an attorney?
We can't get into that.
Has Mr. Young ever been arrested before?
He does have a criminal history. I cannot provide you with that, but he does have a criminal history.
Anything for felony murder, anything charges like this?
Not to my knowledge.
Can you explain a little bit of the search process in terms of what areas were searched and by what department?
Start with y'all.
The search process, during the investigation, information led us to several locations on the lake. So the area around Walnut Hill, Highway 34, several locations on the lake there were searched. Elliott City Rescue Squad assisted with the search. I believe Leah brought a helicopter in, but nothing was found.
Do y'all have a time known of death for her yet?
We do not.
Do you think the remains had been there for a couple of days or relatively new?
We're not going to get into that. I think the forensic scientists will be able to provide us some information as approximate time of death.
Was there evidence that the remains were moved from to where they were found?
Not to my knowledge.
Do you have any suspicion of where she was killed? Was she killed in her vehicle? Was she killed in a residence?
That's unknown at this time.
And Mr. Young, did he live at the Astor Street address where you arrested
Yes.
him this morning? How did that arrest go? Any issues?
No issues.
No issues. Anything else you can think of to say? What do you want to say about this community? They have been sharing her information. They have been praying for her and her family. What do you want to say about the community and also the team of investigators? I know you've worked around the clock trying to locate her, and I'm so sorry that it's come to this end.
Okay. I'll speak to that. And you're right, it has been a team of investigators. It has not been any one agency. It has not been any one person. It has been a true group effort. Our community of Dadeville is a tight-knit community. People love one another enough to pray for each other, especially at a time like this. Unfortunately, we're well acquainted with tragedy. And so when this came up, Quanisha's friends, family, acquaintances, they all came together, bonded together in a mighty way. And they have went above and beyond trying to assist us and give us any information that they have received with people, talking to them. And so it's really been really, really good to see the support that that family has gotten during this time.
Thank y'all.
Just one more. Any other arrests anticipated, or do you believe there's a lone suspect and he's now in custody?
At this time, we can't speak to if there's any additional charges or additional individuals. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
You've been listening to a news conference live from Alexander City regarding the discovery of the body found of Miss Quanisha Davis. We have been reporting on her missing for several days now. I'm John Shryock, live in the WSFA First Alert Desk. We're going to have much more on this developing situation in all of our afternoon newscasts. For now, we're going to take you back to regular programming.